Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Parker's Podcast Corner. I'm here alone right now, but I gotta find someone. It's summer. It's hard to find some people to talk to when there's really no one around. But today I'm hoping to talk with Mr. Fuel today. What we'll hopefully be talking about is I recently went flying, finally. And I was hoping to talk to him about the experience because he also has experience flying. So for now, I'm going to see if I can pull him over. But for now, have a listen to this song. I think it's pretty good, to be honest. All right, I'm back. I also got another person to come, but he is eating right now. So we'll see what happens with him. But for now, I got improvised somehow, so I'll give you a fun fact. One fun fact is recent studies have shown that gaming is in some way healthy. Don't do it too much because it's not when you do it a whole lot. But one of the benefits is higher focus. When you are in the game, you are so focused on that game, your focus just got better because you are so into it. And games that require higher focus give you higher focus if you do it correctly. Some people may not do it correctly by like they're playing and then they stop and go somewhere else. If you play it enough at once, not too much though, like 5 hours of gaming straight is bad for you, but an hour or two may not be as bad. Yeah, high focus games give you slightly higher focus the more you play them. But don't think that's an excuse to play games more, because there are still bad benefits to games. Like you do it so much, you get bad eyesight. So try not to do it as much as you think you should.
I'm falling in and out of line. Hope that you come home. Please pick up the phone. I need to know if you're off.
Wow, this is unexpected, but we have a surprise guest walking in, Adam Duell. Yeah. Pull up a chair. Finally, I have someone to talk to.
Which one you want me on? This one?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Welcome, Adam Duell, returning member.
Hi,
How we
Parker.
doing?
How are you?
Good, you?
Good, good.
So, something to talk about. The upcoming laptop training.
Oh, yeah.
How's preparing for that?
Not really involved with it a whole lot. Just one of the teachers for it. I've been involved with tablet training. I guess this is my 4th year doing, the
Really?
summer tablet training. Just been kind of a role player in the past. We're kind of mixing it up this year.
How's that?
We're teaching, maybe I think probably 30 kids at
Whoa.
a time. But years past, we would just do
The whole school at once?
the whole incoming freshman class through 3 days. So
So you get more one-on-one with people.
more one-on-one and more, one-on-one help too.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. It'll be fun. It's kind of the first. It's kind of the kickoff to the new school year. It's
Yeah.
kind of really their first intentional elder experience versus some guys are training for a fall sport or for band. Maybe those guys that haven't been on campus yet since maybe their shadow day or maybe their open house or something else. This is kind of their first okay, you're now an elder student.
Yeah.
So it's exciting. Yeah, it's kind of it's really the first big time we have students back on campus for the fall. So
Well, what
kinda
about
fun.
summer school? Isn't
yeah,
that
summer
big?
school. Yeah, that kind of ended. I think end of May, early June.
Oh, so
maybe.
they still get a little bit of summer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's not like a full semester or anything. So yeah, it's exciting. Kind of flip the calendar to July and
Yeah.
school's coming up.
Um,
You ready for it?
my
Senior year.
summer's practically over.
Yeah.
We have pre-camp, band camp, then post-camp.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So we have this week, next week, and the following week, which
Okay.
is pretty much the rest of summer.
Wow. Yeah. That's how life is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Senior year, Parker.
Yeah. Maybe I'll be a super senior. I don't know.
I don't know if that's a good thing. That means
We'll find out.
Yeah, I don't know. You are you saying like a super senior where you take a 5th year, or like
No.
a Superman but super senior? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
okay.
Let's go with Superman.
Okay.
If I'm correct, this year you will be teaching a class for the first time?
Yep. We'll be teaching 2 classes.
2.
Yep. So this is this is
How
the
many people have
first-
signed up?
Between the 2, I want to say there's probably 40 guys,
Wow.
maybe 20-ish in each class. I could be wrong. Somewhere in there.
To be honest, that's kind of
ballpark.
surprising.
How so? You didn't think people liked me? Or?
I didn't think people knew what your class would be like, or to be honest, be interested in this. Because
Yeah.
you'd think people who join your media class would also join ENN, but no.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. A lot of freshmen are involved in it. I've got turned back up. Oh, that's the monitor one. Okay. Got a lot of freshmen that are signed up for it in the fall, which is nice because they'll be young too, and I'll be young in terms of teaching. So they don't really have a standard for what Elder is, and I don't have a standard for what teaching is yet in terms of me being the face of the classroom. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. It's that time of year where it's like, okay, can we just do it? We just
Yeah.
start school now.
Yeah, you start getting tired of summer because you don't have much else you want to do.
Yeah.
Like for me,
yeah.
I love school
Yeah.
when you come back from summer because it gives you something to do. For the first
Yeah.
time, you're actually like, thank the Lord I have homework.
Yeah.
Because you did all the things you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Now what are you going to do? You're
Yeah.
out of stuff.
True.
So then school gives you stuff to do all the time.
Yeah, it does. It does. It'll be a busy fall. It's definitely going to be a busy fall for me here at Elder, but I'm excited for it. It'll be new. It'll be new, but it'll be the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
Typically, I've always worked here since I've graduated. In the summers, I've always worked here, and this will be the first summer where I continue working.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun. So yeah, we'll see what it looks like. But yeah, it should be fun. See what the school year brings.
Yeah.
Speaking
that's-
of bring, there's Mr. Fuel sitting down, I guess. So maybe in the green room we'll call it, kind of hanging out. But yeah, it'll be fun.
So, before this podcast, a bunch of staff members and me were talking, and I heard you guys are going to the Reds game this Thursday.
We are.
Is it like a tradition you all go together?
We started it last year. Mr. Ruffing's grateful enough to take us out to the Reds game for the day. Kind of little Ferris Bueller's Day Off kind of vibes.
I just watched that movie recently.
Did you? For
Yeah.
the first time, or
No, not
you had
for the first time.
rewatched it? Okay.
For the second time.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good movie.
It is.
Yeah, there's some parts of the plot that we won't be
Doing.
considering school's not really in session, and we're not students.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. It's a nice break. Again, that's kind of the last thing that just the staff, the summer crew does, and then everyone's back here. All the teachers and all the students, and it all starts up again. So it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I have to say, the band plays at graduations. I have to say, I wish I never went to them, so it'd be a surprise what it'd be like.
Yeah. So yeah. But now you kind of know the drill. You're saying for
Yeah,
graduation. Yeah.
In a way, it does prepare me for like, all right, this is what it's
Yeah,
gonna
gotta
be
walk
like.
across. Just don't fall on the stage.
Yeah.
You don't need to be doing that as you're walking across, becoming an Elder alum, an Elder grad.
I was thinking of being one of those students who dressed in some like ridiculous costume
Oh.
and graduated. Have you seen like the one where like a student dressed up as a Halo guy?
No.
Yeah, there was a video that went pretty viral.
Okay.
It was a graduating student. He dressed up as a Halo warrior, and he walked up on stage, got his diploma, and then ran off, and the whole
Really?
crowd was cheering.
Hilarious. Yeah. Pretty modest. No one really does anything too crazy at Elders. I'm trying to think when I graduate from Ball State if there's anything crazy. Nothing really. Everyone at Ball State, not everyone, I didn't. Actually, a lot of the people I knew didn't. Will, make a design on their cap.
Yeah.
With some
I don't know of anyone
random
at Elder who
quotes.
did that.
No, it's not really a guy.
It's
thing.
usually serious at Elder because it's like you're leaving a brotherhood behind.
Yeah, it's more of a formal thing. You're right. It's a little more of a serious occasion. Yeah, I think Ball State. Yeah, just a couple sarcastic quotes and
Like what's one sarcastic quote?
sarcastic isn't the right word, but kind of I don't want to say cheesy because the cheesy part isn't. It's not really cheesy. It's just
Just give me one quote.
I'm trying to think of one. You put me on the spot here.
If you can't think of one, it's fine. I'll make one up for you.
No, I think You know, the old cliche of like, don't cry because it happened. Smile. Don't cry because it happened. What is that? How is that?
Don't cry 'cause it. I've never heard that quote.
Oh shoot. Gonna phone a friend.
Oh boy.
Don't cry because it's over.
This
or
isn't a
something.
game show. I'm not giving you
I
a
know,
phone a friend option.
Don't cry because. All right, here we go. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Saw that a couple times by the great Dr. Seuss. Yeah, so that's a cliche one I've seen a couple of times.
That's not cliche. It's nice.
Yeah, but it's it's nothing. I would say unique, but it's nothing. Like obviously, but it's comforting for some people, I suppose.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I made a graduation video of all the seniors and their achievements last year. I think this year I'm gonna make it a bit differently.
Okay.
The last one I did was kind of like a big epic thing. You got that the song "Wonderful World."
I think so.
Um,
Maybe you pull it up.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. But I found a remix of it.
Oh.
So here's the song I used. The original singer is quite famous. It's I forget his name. Hang on.
I see trees of green.
Oh yeah, I've heard this. Yeah. Yeah.
Louis Armstrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is his original song.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
It's a classic. Everyone should
Very
know it.
much so. What movie is it from?
I think it's
feel like it's
from
from a-
Madagascar.
Madagascar. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yep. You know what you could do this year? I've always wanted to do it, but as a student, I never could do it just with time. It's called Elder Vision. It's a year-long documentary, basically. It's on my list of things to do as a teacher.
Yeah.
Kind of lead that project. You go around and film certain big moments, football games, glee club, band, clubs.
Band's
student
going to
life.
Disney World this year.
You've mentioned that to me.
And
That's
Universal.
Yeah, I hear you have a couple cameras of ours that you're going to take
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. I'm taking a GoPro. I figured out the tap and snap.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'm gonna have someone else, a parent probably, filming outside of
Okay.
it.
And when you're not performing, the best thing you can do is just record them on your phone too.
Yeah. Or I could use that snap and tap.
Could do the snap and tap too.
Or
I'm curious
tap and
about.
snap.
Yeah, I'm curious about the battery life on that.
Oh, the battery life says it lasts up to like 5 hours on a single
Really?
charge.
Wow. So you could go a whole day with it, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
The only problem is the highest amount it can hold is a 32 gig. I haven't tried 64 while formatting it, but I don't think it'll work. But yeah, the only problem is I'll have to edit it while I'm down there and pull it all off. And
You wouldn't have to edit it. You could just pull it.
Well, yeah,
save
like
on
pull
your
it off.
computer. But that takes 20 minutes right before you go to bed.
yeah,
I do that. I've done that a lot. On
Yeah.
multi-day shoots. So yeah, that'd be fun.
Anyway, back to my thing about graduation music.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do it differently since it'll be my last year.
Yeah.
So I have a whole bedtime playlist.
Okay.
And recently, Spotify sent me their version of what I made. So it's like has all my
Oops.
really.
Sorry.
It has all my songs,
Okay.
and then it also has stuff. It also has stuff they thought I would like.
Oh, okay.
And while going to bed, I heard this one, and then I'm like, this would be a really great graduation song.
Ah.
So here's that song. So if you really listen to it and think about like a recap video of the year, it really just flows through your head when you listen to this song. Like if you really think about it, and like say you go back to your high school days, you go through, like walking through the hallways, being at the sports games. It all just flows through your head when you listen to songs like these.
Yeah. It's not overbearing. It's not over, it's not super distracting. It's a nice song to have kind of in the background as the scene's kind of building itself.
Yeah,
I
and
can
like
see it now.
a person can be talking and like the music is building up that emotion behind what they're talking about.
And the last shot is Parker walking across the stage and doing a backflip. Right off the stage.
I wish I could do a backflip.
Front flip.
Front flip. I wish I could do that too.
Well, you got a couple months before graduation. You got,
I got a whole year before graduation.
Yeah. We could work on that.
Yeah.
We could work on that for you.
Maybe Mr. Fuel could teach me some things about the katana he owns.
Now we're talking. So are you done with band for the day?
Yeah.
Okay. How's that going? Today was first day of pre-camp, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't a part of today, and I won't be a part tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't think. Because, actually, no, I will be a part tomorrow.
Okay.
Because today was teaching the new people how to march.
Gotcha.
And
How
songs.
many newcomers do you have?
I don't know the newcomers. We have
A lot.
We had 100 people exactly, and then
Okay.
we lost one.
Oh.
It's not like he died; he just quit.
Okay. Now you're at 99.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, brutal. Yeah. Oh, that little water in there too in that music?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on a creek. I feel like I'm floating down a river maybe.
You're in an air tube just floating down the river.
We did that. We did that on the 4th of July in the morning for 4 hours. Just floated on a river.
Really?
4 hours.
How was it?
What do you think? 4 hours on a tube floating down the river. Do you think that's too long, too short, just
long.
right? Too long. Too long. Too long. Interesting. That's what I think too. I didn't win the argument. I said that's 4 hours. 4 hours doing anything is too long.
3 hours is a bit better.
3 hours, yeah. Two. I think two. Is,
Two
a sweet
is probably
spot, though.
good.
But by the time we hit 2 hours, everyone was kind of done already. Makes you think. I'm gonna cut this up and send it to my friends that we're
Yeah.
fighting for the 4 hours.
Tell them you should give us 2 hours instead of 4.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Mrs.
Special
Flaherty.
guest, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was fine. It rained. It rained the whole time. Not the whole time, but a lot of the time it rained. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
You know what? I have another song to play.
Oh,
to
boy.
talk about a trip I did with my dad once.
Here we go.
Best trip I ever did with my
Really?
dad.
Where'd you go?
Forget the river. We went kayaking on a river and we did it overnight.
Okay.
So we like kayaked, slept, and then kayaked again.
Gotcha.
Every time I listen to this song, I think about it because so much happened on that trip. Like right at the start, we saw a bald eagle
Really?
fishing.
The bald eagle was fishing
Yes, the bald eagle was fishing.
with a pole.
No, it was diving down for
That's
fish and
pretty
actually
cool.
caught one.
Wow.
And like that's a rare sight to see right
Absolutely.
off the bat.
Absolutely. Rare
And-
sight to see in general, but
Yeah.
yeah, right away. That's super rare.
Yeah. And it was up by a coal mine.
Cool.
So we were just kayaking, beautiful skies at the start.
Okay.
And then later on, it started to rain, so we had to take cover. But we still had fun. And then we got kayaking again, rained again, and then we took cover again. And then it finally stopped when we thought it would never stop, and
Yeah.
our trip was ruined.
Yeah.
But we kept going, and
Were you guys kayaking the whole time, or did you get off
kayaked
and
the whole
sleep
time,
somewhere?
and then we got off, sleep somewhere, and then finished the
like,
kayaking.
did you pitch a tent, or what'd you do?
What do you mean pitch a tent?
Like sleep in a tent?
No, we brought hammocks.
Slept in hammocks?
Yeah.
Really?
Um,
that sounds cool.
yeah.
That sounds cool.
We kept kayaking, and then we saw a deer crossing,
Ah.
and that was interesting because it was swimming through a deep river.
Yeah. If I know something about deer, is that they love to swim.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Abdul loves to make things up. So with the trip, I wanted to do it so much with my dad. I dreamt of it for years.
Yeah.
And probably the biggest thing I wanted to do is kayak. And then when we camped, look up at the stars.
Yeah.
So when we finally found a camping spot, we set up a fireplace. I put rocks around to keep the wood in there.
Okay.
We found a couple of trees to put our hammocks up. So we did that. And then started come night, we started cooking meals. And it was ramen. It was good ramen.
Very nice.
So I ate my food and it was night,
Okay.
but it was cloudy. And I wanted to see the stars so bad. I had prayed so many times over the years that I'd see these stars. And then I go to the edge of the rock where we were camping, lay down, just looking up at the clouds. My dad comes over, we have a deep conversation. And then I lay down and I see this fog and everything is gone.
Really?
It is dissipated.
Wow.
You could see the fog to the right, fog to the left, clouds to the right and the left. Stars are right
no
above us.
kidding.
They were
Wow.
beautiful.
Wow.
It was like
that's
the
pretty
Lord
cool.
had answered
Yeah,
my
that's,
prayer.
That's pretty cool.
Um,
Just where you needed to see it, and it
yeah,
was right there.
It was right
Wow.
there. We saw a shooting star.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was breathtaking.
That's pretty cool.
And it was everything I had hoped it'd be.
That's great.
And that's why every time I listen to the
You
song,
kind of think about
I
that.
think it
Yeah.
through. Like, the song builds up the same rate I'm going through the pictures in my
Yeah.
head.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
But yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I loved that trip with my dad.
Good deal. Maybe you should do it again.
I should,
That'd be a fun trip.
but yeah, that was my favorite trip I did.
Nice.
What about you?
Ooh, that's a great question. Favorite trip? Can't think of a favorite trip. I'll give you a favorite place though. It's in North Carolina, Brevard, North Carolina. I was just there a couple of weeks ago. Just great mountain bike trails, great waterfalls, great hiking. It's just a cool little town that has a lot to offer. And we've camped there. Oh gosh, I want to say probably 10 years. We didn't this year. I went on a solo trip, just me down there, just to do some mountain biking. I was visiting a friend further south, so I stopped there for the night, did some mountain
Nice.
biking, and just. It was
How
cool.
is mountain biking?
I love it. I love it. It's a lot of fun. I did a lot of mountain biking this weekend. It's intense. You know, I'm not a huge athlete. You know, I didn't play football or basketball at the high school level. I like mountain biking. It's kind of, I don't know. You feel free. You're kind of in control of everything. Yeah, it's a good time. I really like it. It's just thrilling enough for me.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fun. So yeah.
Can't say I've ever done it,
Gotta
but I've
try
always
it.
considered it.
Got to try it. Yeah, it's fun.
Something
yeah.
I have thought of doing is flying a plane, and
Flying
I
a
did.
plane. You flew a plane. I
Yes.
think you mentioned that to me.
I did
Couple of weeks
mention
ago, right?
that I was going to fly a plane.
How did that go?
And it took place 2 days ago.
You got any pictures or video?
No, they wouldn't let me.
Really?
Their standards were no videos, no pictures, because they didn't want other companies looking at what they do and
Gotcha.
improving on it or copying them.
Gotcha. Where'd you fly out of?
Lunkin.
Okay. Where'd you go? Did you just
We just
fly
flew
around
around.
and then flew back to
I
Lincoln?
swear while I was in the sky, I saw downtown. From downtown to Lunkin is like a 15-minute drive. 5-minute flight to there is what it looked like.
Oh, I'm sure.
And
Yeah.
it looked so small. You
Yeah.
know those toy train sets with like the model
yeah. Oh,
cities
yeah.
and everything?
yeah.
It looked like that.
Yeah.
Like the cars down there looked like toy cars.
Yeah,
The
it kinda-
people looked like ants.
Yeah. It kind of puts everything into a kind of a new perspective.
Yeah, I
Because when you
said
think about
when we-
this is the biggest deal or this I can't overcome this, and then you realize how small you truly
Yeah.
are, and then you kind of realize how small your problems truly
Yeah.
are too.
I said once we took off, that is like you left the world behind,
Yeah.
and it's a whole new world when
Yep.
you're up in the sky.
Yep. Exactly.
You got to worry about air traffic instead of ground traffic.
Yeah. True. True. How'd that go? How'd that?
Good. There wasn't really much air traffic.
No.
I saw one plane and it was miles away.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can imagine they chose a busy day to do it.
Yeah, because there was an air show going on.
Oh, cool. Where at?
Lincoln.
It was all through Lunkin. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was an air show, and one of the planes there was the same plane that dropped the bombs on Hiroshima.
Really? Wow. That's pretty
It
cool.
wasn't the exact same plane,
Sure.
but it was the same model.
Same model, yeah.
So it's
Wow.
there's only two of those: the one that dropped the bomb, and another model of it.
Really?
And it was that one.
Wow. Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool. You want to
you
fly
could-
again?
Yeah, I want to fly again. It's expensive though.
I bet. I bet.
I got to see the prices. $30,000 for an entire full lesson to get your license.
Whoa.
Actually,
I mean-
15. The next step is 30.
Okay, but then you walk away with a license to fly.
Yeah.
It's pretty valuable too. You need to buy a plane, Parker.
Yeah.
Well, there he is. There he is coming up to the window.
Come on in.
Oh yeah, come on in.
Well, here's the other guest I was talking about.
The other guest.
Welcome,
the other
Mr.
guest.
Peeper.
Thank you, boys. Thank you. Where should I sit? Oh, is there a chair?
Grab a chair. Grab a
Pull
chair.
some chair. Pull some chair.
I'll pull a chair.
Yeah.
Pull up a chair. So
I like
how
this,
is?
I like this camera. I think
Yeah.
it's a cool
For
angle.
people.
Yeah, it's hung
Yeah,
up
the
now.
camera is now hung up on the ceiling, so it's a bit more elevated.
Yeah.
So you get a different angle.
Yeah.
Got a lot of cords laying around here.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it's-
we gotta
yeah.
clean that up. I mean,
yeah.
Mr. Peeper can't even get in
Oh
here.
wow. I think that's more of a Mr. Peeper issue.
Okay.
I'm
It
just
might
kidding.
be, but
Don't-
you
don't
gotta make the
diss
place
Mr.
people-proof.
Peeper.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, we got to make it Peeper proof. You're right.
Let's see.
Nope, you still gotta lift up
Oh
more.
boy. Oh boy.
Oh, this whole school might run out of power here now.
Yeah, let's get that elevator waiting music
Yeah.
in.
All right, is this on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're on.
Yeah, you're on. If you want, you can bring it up here.
All right. Oh, wow.
What? You've been on this before.
I know, but every time I'm just amazed by the quality of the audio
Oh,
that
yes.
we get out of here.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
High
it's,
quality.
It's good quality.
Good quality.
So, we were just talking about how I did my flight lesson.
Yeah, and I'm very intrigued to know how that went, and I guess you survived.
Yeah. Of course I survived. I was flying it. I was
was
very
close.
careful.
I know
okay?
that this might all be a dream right now, and maybe.
That's a good point. That's
We're
a good
all in
point.
The Matrix, which is our new band theme. The Matrix.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the Elder High School band theme.
No, not the Elder Band theme.
The Elder band theme
Yeah.
is
Our
the
band
Matrix.
theme
The
this year
Matrix.
is The Matrix.
Is Matrix.
Huh.
All right. I don't know if I've ever actually seen that movie.
Oh my
before.
god.
I haven't either.
Is that on a?
Are you kidding me?
Is that
No.
on a? Is that on the Parker must watch list?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one. We should do a Parker's must watch list. I'd
All
love
right.
to see what that is.
Number one on Parker's watch list is The Matrix. You gotta watch it.
All right.
The Matrix. All right.
And then another one, War of the Worlds. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it.
So you're into the sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just watched Independence Day yesterday.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Did you watch
Well,
the original?
Yeah.
All
the
right.
one it's almost 3 hours long.
Ah.
It's a little long.
Yeah, it's a
but
little long.
It's a good
War
story
of the
plot.
Worlds is a classic alien invasion show.
Okay. Okay.
Have you not seen it?
Nope.
Tom Hanks?
Nope.
Or
Tom
not,
Hanks.
Not Tom Hanks. Tom Cruise
Tom
stars
Cruise.
in it.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna say Tom Hanks in a sci-fi sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah. Tom Cruise is in it.
Yeah,
How have
I
you
don't
guys
know-
not seen it?
I don't think I've seen it. I know like the because like it was
Here.
like
Yeah.
the-
Maybe if I
the,
look up
uh,
a picture.
the original was like a radio broadcast, correct? Wasn't
that's
it?
right.
It's like
Yeah.
the
it was
War
like
of
a
the
super
Worlds.
prank, wasn't it? In the 30s.
It was either like I don't know if it was intended to be a prank, but it was like some kind of radio broadcast, like
Yeah.
entertainment piece.
Yeah.
And then people tuned in and didn't realize that it was,
It was all fake.
you
Yeah.
know, entertainment and not necessarily, you know, a reporting of an actual alien invasion.
This
And,
is the movie here. Don't tell me you haven't seen it.
I will have to tell you that I have not
Oh
seen
my
it.
gosh.
That's it. I have not seen it.
It's an old classic movie. You will love it.
What year did it come out?
Let's see. 2005.
You consider that old? You consider if a movie
I wasn't
came out
born
in
yet.
2005 old?
I was born in 2007.
Man, I don't know about.
But what about you, Duel? Do you consider
No.
2005 as old?
No, I would say not modern.
All right, maybe the alien behind his head will remind you of the movie.
The alien does not.
Oh,
does not
come on.
Jog my memory.
No, that
Oh
didn't.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
But I've possibly seen a bit or a piece of it before. But
God, okay, that's number one on the watch
Number
list.
one.
Wait,
Okay.
and Matrix is number 2.
Matrix can
that's
wait.
a good. Yeah,
Matrix can wait.
Okay.
Matrix can
Is
wait.
it on the list still?
Yes, it's
Okay,
still
it's
on the
on the
list.
Okay. Alright.
What's 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah. What's the third?
Yeah.
Pixel.
Pixel.
I've not seen that.
Haven't seen that one either.
Is that a Pixar movie?
No. It's a
That'd
more
be
modern
easy.
movie.
That'd be an easy play on words.
Pixar?
Yeah.
That would be
Uh,
easy. Pixel.
I bet you'd like it. It's a video game movie.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I've seen that. That's a fun one.
Oh, okay.
I've seen that.
I recall seeing commercials for that.
When was that made?
That looks like. I think that's another old one from.
No, it's
from,
not old.
way
It's
back in the day.
2015.
2015.
You
Now,
d-
is that old, Parker?
You don't consider that old?
No,
2015.
no. 2015, you can make great movies back then.
But
Back then.
back then.
Like Captain
Oh, my.
America, the Winter Soldier was made then. That was a good one.
Okay. Way back when.
Are you a Marvel movie fan as well?
Yeah, I'm a Marvel movie fan.
Marvel. Are there any new ones coming out that look any good?
Marvel? They're not really making Marvel anymore.
Really?
It's like the storyline is done. Endgame was the last part of the storyline. Then it just branches off.
I'm
And
sure they'll make
Star
more.
Wars
Oh, yeah,
is
they
same.
can always-
Yeah, but Star
Another
Wars.
plot line. Other.
Star Wars is the same thing. The Rise of Skywalker, that was the end of it, and then branches off.
Okay.
Who we got walking
Uh-oh.
in here?
Who is it? Straight from
Uh-oh.
Block Coffee.
Mr. Sullivan, another
Sipping on a nice
returning member.
coffee.
You want to grab a chair?
Grab a chair, get in here. Adam, you're on mic 2 now.
I'm on mic 2. I've been moved.
You've been promoted because you were closer to me.
Promoted. Did you hear that?
Okay.
Promoted. First time in my life.
Are your headphones too loud?
No, they're perfect.
You sure?
Yes.
They're pretty loud.
Well, I
do
like
you
to
know
be able
how
to hear.
loud
I'm
these
I'm
headphones
I'm an
are,
old
Parker?
man from the 1990s.
Okay,
So
okay.
I don't.
I said,
don't
how do you know how
I
loud
can't
his
hear
headphones
too
are,
well.
Parker?
But because the knob here is further than anyone's.
You can't hear his headphones. You don't.
Here, I'll see what. Oh my, are you deaf or something? Like it is so loud right now.
Can't relate. Oh, wait.
Well, if you think 2005 is old, you don't even want to know what year I was born in.
Does it start with a 19?
1987.
1987.
19. Okay,
Wow.
1995.
There you go. Right
Wow.
on the money.
Good,
Wow.
good guess.
Right on the money.
Wow.
And would you consider that old?
No, anything past 1990 is old.
Anything? Okay. All right.
That's a
Okay.
fair scale.
Yeah. I think
So
that's
Mr.
appropriate.
Sullivan would be old.
You were not born past 1990, were you?
No, I was not.
Yeah,
I'm
that-
younger than Mr. Peeper is.
Exactly.
I'm younger than both of them.
I'm younger than all of you.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm
Yeah.
not even technically an adult yet.
No,
Not even 18.
definitely not. Definitely
I'm not even
not.
18.
When do you turn 18?
Take a guess. I was born 2007.
doesn't help.
We're guessing his birthday.
Yeah.
You're a September birthday.
No.
But so
Before
Do it
July.
do it like Kings Island. We need
It's
like your
before.
weight and all these other things, and then we'll figure it out.
I was born before July.
I'm gonna say February
No.
11th.
I think you're a June birthday. We've had this.
No,
You've
no.
had June birthday.
I'm not a June birthday.
March 18th.
No.
Oh.
No.
March 16th.
No.
We need a one of those psychic people to come
You're
in.
close to the month when you're.
Why are you reacting like negatively to certain ones as if that's like so far off base? 18th? I would never be born on the 18th.
How dare you?
Yeah, no. I'm
Is
not
it your
born.
golden birthday?
Huh?
Are you turning 18 on the 18th? Have you already had your golden birthday?
No,
What's the golden
No,
birthday?
you haven't. Okay.
I have not.
It's turning the day that you were born. So like 18th on the 18th.
Oh, okay. All right.
That was for me.
I
Okay,
turned 4 on the 4th, I guess.
All right, okay,
So
see.
I'm
I turned
Wow, you
one
had
on
it quite
the,
early.
One on
Yeah.
the first.
Oh wow, you got that out of the way.
You got that right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a big celebration. We had a lot of fun.
Do you
A lot of
remember
fun.
it?
Yeah, great.
Okay, I'll give you.
All right.
All right, I'll give you the month, April.
So now we just got to guess 30 numbers till we get it.
No. He hasn't had his golden birthday yet. So it's either the 18th.
It's not the 18th.
through 30th.
I think it is the
April
18th.
1st. No, you said it's
that
got to
would
be
good.
higher.
That would be good. Parker born on April Fool's Day. That'd make a lot of sense.
That would.
That would, but no.
All right. Let's relieve the suspense, and you just tell us what day your birthday was.
27th.
The
Oh, I was gonna
27th.
get set.
Okay. All right.
April 27th.
April 27th,
that
2007.
Yeah, definitely a tax season.
It's
baby.
it's quite easy to write down the birthday in digits. 4/27/07.
Oh, yeah.
Same with typing in my name. It's BREWER. They're all right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Pretty
pretty easy.
convenient.
Wow.
Yeah. My name entirely and my birthday is pretty
What's your
convenient.
middle name?
Starts with a J.
Joseph.
No.
Jonathan.
No.
Joey.
Joaquin.
Okay. You said.
Is he wrong?
You said react differently to different ridiculous things. That's the most
You
ridiculous
ever heard
one.
of Joaquin Phoenix?
No.
He was in Joker. He was in.
Oh, him. Yeah.
What else was
No.
he in? He was in some other really good.
He was in
movies.
Gladiator.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Take another guess. It starts with a J. Next letter is A.
Janice.
Jacob.
No.
Jacob.
No.
Jacoby.
No.
Jacoby Brissett.
Jamboree.
Jamestown.
J.A..
No. I've already said my name.
James.
Oh, yeah.
I've already said it more than once,
Is it
actually.
not James?
No.
J. Just straight J.
J-A-Y. J.
It is?
That's hilarious. That's a Simpsons episode
Yeah.
where they're trying to figure out
Homer
Homer's middle
J.
name, and
It
it's
is
Homer J.
literally just
Simpson,
the J.
and it's just J.A.Y.
So I figured this out in grade school. Take the middle initial and my first, the B in Brewer, switch them, you get PB and J.
That's a new podcast name.
PB and J.
Yeah. So everybody
I
in
think
grade
my
school
new
call me
name-
PB and J, peanut butter and jelly.
I think I'm gonna start calling you PJ.
PJ.
What
I
up,
have
PJ?
had that nickname.
That's a good one.
I have had that nickname, PJ.
I've always wanted to have a
You could do
name
the
that
same
could
with
be
Mr.
short
Bill's name.
like that before.
Yeah.
It only really works with the letter J.
What's your middle name?
True.
Does it work with any other?
Yeah.
Yeah, like if your first name, if your first name starts with a J, I feel like you can be JP, JT,
Yeah.
JC.
Yeah,
It's true.
There's all those. It's just all the J's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do it with Mr. Bill's name. I believe his middle name starts with a B. Or
So-
no, not
C
not B.
triple B?
Is he?
P.
Is he
P.
BB Bill?
No,
B.
it's
Yeah.
BPJ.
You're right. Sometimes people do B's, like
Yeah.
BT,
Yeah.
or it's got to end in like an E sound, I
BJ
think,
still,
or
I mean,
it's
BJ
got to end in
still.
a vowel sound,
Yeah.
E or A.
Yeah.
Speaking of birthdays, it was another man's birthday recently, wasn't it? There, Mr. Duel.
I wouldn't say recently.
I would say recently.
Somewhat
Happy
recent.
belated birthday,
Yeah.
Adam.
It was just a couple weeks ago.
True. Yeah.
I would call that recent.
It's
We're
recent.
still in celebration mode, right?
Oh, big time. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Big
Yeah,
time.
Reds game
It's a
is your
month-long
celebration.
festivity.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's Adam's month.
That's right. Well, it was in June, but yeah. We'll
Have you guys ever watched The Middle?
count it. The middle, absolutely.
I'm gonna make a reference if you
Oh,
guys
boy.
know The Middle.
Oh, boy.
I am.
It's
I-
the
I'm
month
familiar.
of Adam.
The month of Adam.
It's a reference to the year of Sue.
Oh, yes.
How come it's just the month of Adam? Why can't it be the year of Adam?
Well, yeah, the year of Adam.
You're cutting them short by 11 months.
Yeah, you're shortchanging me there. And it's a leap year, too, so
It's
that's
his,
an
it's his,
extra day.
it's his first year working full time at Elder High School. I think we should be celebrating all year long.
How do you know it's a leap year? Who keeps track of that?
We were in Wales on the leap day. So I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. We'll never be here again, and we'll never be here on this date again. It's kind of, I don't know.
Could. I mean, it's not like
could.
that rare.
Well,
It's every 4 years.
I mean, it's a lot of theoretical.
You're not going on your
Do you guys
quad
know the-
yearly Wales trip?
I'd love to go.
Do you guys know the
That'd be
purpose
awesome.
of a leap year?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
balances
smooth,
everything else.
yeah.
It doesn't get too far off
Yeah.
the celestial.
No. Do you know like the
Timekeeping.
technical as to why?
Yeah, because it takes 365 and a quarter ish
Yeah.
to go around the
Quarter-ish.
sun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ish.
because they also like correct like throughout the year they'll like add like minutes and
yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
randomly.
Yeah.
You just won't notice until they've done a bunch of them and your clocks are off. But your clocks are going to get off naturally anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they'll never be technically on time.
No.
Even if we kept it straight, they always run out of batteries and they get slower.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm surprised you guys knew the reason.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you learn that in school, don't you?
I didn't learn it in school. I figured it out
As a
myself.
senior, you'll learn that.
That's a
stuff.
senior bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait,
you
so
got
it
going
was
on?
it was a leap year this year?
It was.
It was?
It was. Yeah.
Oh.
I wonder what I did on my
You
leap
changing
day.
the time that this podcast is running?
It ends at 2:00. I can add more time.
Okay,
if
no.
I need
2 o'clock is good.
to. Okay. I'm just making sure it wasn't 1:30.
Yeah.
So
we
so,
talk about
uh,
leap years for more than 30 more minutes, I might lose my mind.
So Parker, I want to hear more about your flight.
Oh, my flight.
About
Oh, yeah.
flying PJ Brewer.
I'll do it from the start. When we were taking off, once the wheels left the ground, the plane started going sideways because the wind was blowing it around. So it was pretty rough getting in the air. And as I went higher, I felt lighter, not lightheaded, but like felt more airy, like I could move around smoother.
So
It
did you
felt
both
weird.
have a...
Yes.
Okay, and you were kind of... He could take over and you could...
Yeah. But we had like a saying for whenever we handed over controls. It'd be your controls, my controls, your controls.
You would say that if
that's
you
say all three?
So you'd say your controls, and then I'd say my controls, and then you'd say your controls.
Oh, okay.
and then you'd say my
And then
controls
you would say
again.
my
No.
control.
No.
It's just
forever,
your
the entire
controls, my
flight.
controls, your controls.
Who's
That's it.
who's in control of this podcast right now?
Me.
Your control.
PJ, your control.
My control,
All right. Your control.
and then you guys say your control.
So you took off, and how much of the takeoff did you do?
None of it.
So he did the...
He did. I'm a first timer. They're not gonna let me
that's
take
supposed
off
to
the
be like
plane.
the later thing, is like
Yeah.
landing and taking off.
Yeah.
That's
By the end, he was landing though.
that's the thing.
No,
like,
I was not landing it either.
Like no, if you
could
could,
imagine.
if you were like stuck on a plane and you had to take over, like I'm fairly confident I could figure out how to like keep the thing
How to
from
keep it-
crashing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unless something major was happening
Yeah.
or it was like super windy.
Yeah.
But like
Landing,
landing,
no way.
like
It's
way.
it's difficult.
I would
it's
have
more
no
difficult than you
confidence in
think.
myself.
Yeah.
It's
to
rough
man
when
the
you
plane.
land.
I bet.
oh, I bet it's rough. Yeah.
It's more bumpy in the air than you think. You guys know what turbulence feels like on a plane, right?
But
A
you
big
were in a
plane.
small one, right?
Yeah.
Because I've heard it's insane in a small one.
Yeah, it feels like road bumps.
Wow.
Like speed bumps. You're hitting a big speed bump in the air,
There's like
and
no reason why you'd hit it, and it's
Yeah.
all air.
it's all air.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, wind is always blowing in different directions up there, so every time you hit a bump, it's because wind's blowing in a different direction all of a sudden. That's what turbulence is.
Yeah.
Wind in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
But you were able to handle it and you're able
Oh
to
yeah. Oh yeah.
to keep.
I was
keep
doing
in the air.
360s up there.
oh wow.
Oh.
Really?
He said I was very good at it. Usually people are more nervous to take control of the plane and like turn it because they don't want to mess up. They don't want to.
They don't want to die.
Yeah.
As he said,
Very
they didn't
simple.
want to anger the plane.
Anger the
Anger the plane.
But he said I was different. He said I was very good at it. I wasn't afraid to take a big turn and turn it hard, turn it soft.
That's an interesting compliment. You're good at this. You don't fear death.
Yeah.
good work.
And then my grandpa, when I talked to him about my flight, he made a joke. Yeah, you weren't made to drive a car. You were made to fly a plane. That's why you're not good at driving a car.
Are you not good at driving a car?
I tend to drive fast,
Got a need for speed.
and I got a need for speed.
But you do have your driver's license.
Yes,
All right.
I can pull it out right now if you want to see it.
yeah. Let's see.
I
it.
believe you.
Yeah.
Do you want to see my picture? They made me look like a punk because it looks like I'm missing a tooth.
Well,
How did that happen?
you are.
What
a
happened
punk.
to
It's
your
because
tooth?
my teeth were in the right position, so that shade just shines on it, so it's hard to see the tooth in the picture.
Really curious to see what this is gonna look like.
Yeah, I think. Oh, that was my tense. Now I actually look like a punk because of my smile.
Yeah,
Looks like you.
I think that's a fine looking photo. Nothing wrong with that.
I've seen a lot worse.
Oh yeah.
You should have seen my first signature. My first letter looked like an R.
Rucker Brewer.
Rucker.
You couldn't tell my name. You couldn't.
Rucker.
Don't start it.
Scooby Doo ID.
But yeah.
Are we snack?
So are you working?
Rashing the
Are you
brain.
trying to get your pilot's
Supposed to be
license?
crashing
Is
the
that
plane.
is that your?
It is
your
actually
goal?
cheaper to get the license there than it is in college. It's like twice as expensive in college.
To get what?
Your pilot's license.
Why? Oh, like to go to like a pilot, like a school for it?
Yeah, and then get it there. You're adding on everything else, like the lessons.
Well, and the earlier you start, the better, because you got to get all those flight hours so you can
Yeah.
fly bigger
You only
planes.
need like 40 flight hours to get your private's license, and then you need hundreds to get commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which with commercial, all you can do is really fly skydivers. You can't.
You
fly,
can't do cargo? 'Cause I've
No.
heard people make money
No,
doing
that
cargo planes.
that is airline pilot.
Even
that's
a
an-
cargo
that-
plane, you have to have an airline because it's
That's
so
an
big.
airline license. That's
Because it's so big of a plane.
yeah. The bigger the plane, the more hours you need. The more hours also comes with more experience needed, and there's a lot more buttons and things to push and figure out in a bigger plane. So you gotta learn how to control all that.
Yeah.
So the highest license you can get is airline's license, which then you can fly everything.
Is that what
Except
you want?
military.
Are you gonna be
Yes,
flying?
I'm hoping to get airline license.
Yeah. So
pilot.
Parker,
Yeah, I'll be flying.
PJ the
this
pilot.
is your captain speaking.
Oh my gosh.
Today we're
10
going to be
years
doing
of
our
flying.
Parker's Podcast Corner in the cockpit. Please tune in to hear what we're talking about.
the
The flying the plane is secondary. I'm very focused on the podcast right now.
The plane's an autopilot. I will be starting.
I think that's a great idea though. The cockpit podcast.
Oh, the
How
Cockpit
cool would that be
Podcast.
if you had a couple pilots up there chopping
Parker's
it up?
Cockpit Podcast.
Well, think of how many guests you could have in there too.
Yeah.
You know, of like all walks of life.
Yeah, you can
Maybe
just-
not come into the cockpit. but
Just
Yeah.
grab someone from.
Yeah, just walk around.
Parker's setting the stewardesses down to like one by one, grab the next row of people. You guys are up.
It's like
The
you're
guys
captain
are up.
needs
Come
you.
on.
It's like you're on the podcast.
He's going to crash the plane if you don't come up there and talk to him right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, it'll be 10 years down the road. We'll all still
Hey,
be here going.
hey,
on a
maybe if
flight.
you guys are still working here by the time I'm flying a plane, I can get you guys free trips. I fly down to Tahiti, maybe.
Tahiti.
Specific.
Yeah.
It was the first thing that came to mind.
How?
What's in Tahiti?
I don't know.
Is
Tropical beaches, palm trees.
It sounds
Clearly an
It's on an
airport.
island.
It sounds.
It's an island, so you're away from everything.
Is there an airport?
Of course, there's an airport. There's an airport on almost every major island.
That's true.
Is Tahiti a major island?
It's a well-known one.
That's fair.
Besides, I'm pretty sure I'll have the space to land a plane. I just at least need an open farm space.
That's all
I don't want to be riding in the plane with Parker that he's just crash landing in a field.
That's what you have to do.
Too.
You
Sometimes
can,
you
you
have
can
to
just
do.
fly.
Yeah, you
us-
have to sometimes. You don't plan a trip around it.
All right, today we'll be landing on the pasture if you're interested.
we could just parachute off from
Yeah.
the plane.
You could
Thanks for
skydive.
the ride,
No
Parker.
thanks.
It's like,
Skydive.
okay, I cannot land this. I'm going to teach you how to skydive in 5 seconds. Put on the parachute, jump, and pull. And there you go.
That sounds
I
easy.
could have figured that out.
That sounds easy. I've never skydived before. Anyone here
I
ever
want to, to be
skydived?
honest. I want to.
I don't think I could.
Well, why-
I'll
why
push you
not?
out of the
What?
plane if you want me to.
I don't
even
know.
if I like somehow convince myself to go up there, I know there's no way I would be able to make myself jump out. There's no
I
way.
think you have.
That's why you have someone push
I
you.
wouldn't.
Actually, for the first
I
time
would,
when
I
you
definitely would.
skydive,
I would go
push.
Hang on,
skydive.
hang on.
Actually, just push me.
for the first time when you
least
skydive,
suspect
you can't skydive with no one else on you. So you're literally attached to another person.
Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm not
Yeah,
letting myself like.
And then
"All right, good
and then
luck out."
once they jump, they immediately pull the chute. So you're not really falling.
Don't have to worry about that. I'd be doing that.
Yeah.
before
And then
I
they're
jump.
controlling it. They're just doing it so that you know what it feels like. And then the next step is you're on them and you're falling with them. And then they
You're
pull the
kinda-
chute. And then the next step after that is you're doing it on your own.
I would never do it.
So by then, you
myself.
shouldn't be afraid.
I'd still be afraid.
I think any sane person would always be afraid to jump out of a plane.
Not Parker. He has no fear.
You know, they
not,
say,
not
uh,
adrenaline
Parker ain't
junkies.
afraid.
They say they train. I've heard this that they train skydivers for like military by
Yeah.
having them jump off really high dives, because there's a like certain level
Once you
where
get there,
after
you're
that,
doing it.
yeah, your
Yeah.
brain thinks of it the same way. Like once you're at like 50 feet, it's like your brain knows like I'm dying either way if I hit the ground, so it views it exactly the same. If you can jump off a 50-foot high dive mentally, you can do an airplane.
Do they have a 50-foot high dive at Phillips?
No, they don't have any high dive. They got rid of the high dive.
Really?
There's some weird rule where there's set levels. So there's like a 2 foot, a 5 foot, a 10 foot,
Yeah,
whatever it is.
sure.
And if you don't have exactly enough or more to get the next highest one of depth,
Oh.
you can't do anywhere below it. So they had like a, I don't know what the exact numbers were,
Sure.
but say you have to have 10 feet of water for a 10-foot dive.
Yeah.
They had like an 8-foot dive and like 9 feet of water, but you're not allowed to do that because you have to meet the next requirement to go anywhere above the last one.
Oh.
So you need that full 10 feet to go anywhere above 2 feet,
Kind of interesting.
which is, and again, those numbers probably aren't the exact
Weird
numbers, but that's how it
technicality.
works.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
I
very
remember.
weird.
I
But they had to
remember
get rid of the high
I
dive.
remember when I went to a pool. It had 10-foot, 10-foot diving board, and the pool was 12 feet deep.
So that sounds.
So yeah, something
sounds
I
legal.
do is something I do is I jump off the 10-foot, and then I go to the bottom of the 12-foot, and then just come back up, just for fun.
Yeah.
You ever do a triple Lindy?
I don't even know what that is.
What is that?
Triple
You
Lindy.
jump off the
Can you
one.
demonstrate?
No. The only people that can do it are the only people that can do it are Rodney Dangerfield and his son.
Oh, I don't think you
in
wanna
the
do that
movie he
then.
was
Oh.
in Back to School, which was on the other day. Great movie. It was on TV the other day.
Number 4 on the
Antenna
list.
Oh,
television.
number 4 on the list.
What?
Parker's must-watch list.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
watch.
yeah, that's right.
Number 1 is War of the Worlds
I don't know if I've ever seen. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Maybe I have.
with Tom Cruise.
It's an older movie.
I think I've seen that one. I think I've seen that one.
It's ancient.
Have you seen Back to
2005.
School? Great movie. Rodney
I think I've
Dangerfield.
seen it.
If
phenomenal
Parker considers
comedian.
2005 old, then
I said
Back to School is
anything-
probably what 80.
Hey,
80s,
Hey,
sometime in the 80s.
I said anything before 1990s is old.
Well, this was in the 80s,
So
Rodney
that's
Dangerfield
old.
movie. But anyway, he does a flip. There's this flip that they do called the triple Lindy, where you're on the middle, the high dive, and you like jump and backflip to the other one, then over to the other,
Oh my
board,
gosh.
and then do a flip and go in the water. So you
Yeah.
jump
Wow.
on 3 boards. It's the triple Lindy. It's not real. You can't do it in real life.
Yeah, that doesn't
But
sound
it's,
Not
possible.
until PJ tries it.
Well, let's
Yeah,
do it.
I'll
Let's
try to
see
do it.
Parker's triple Lindy attempt. It's a great movie, though. Very funny movie.
The hardest part would probably be jumping from the second to the third because the distance is greater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
There's
if
like
it's
some
possible,
videos. You can look it up on YouTube, and there's some videos of people like trying it, and nobody gets
Really?
Oh, that
if you can do it and then you go to like the Olympics and do it, you're probably winning.
That'd be hilarious. Somebody breaks out the triple Lindy in the Olympics.
Yeah, and then you just win.
Because you have
It's
to
like-
tell them what one you're doing, right?
Yeah, and
Before
then
you
you
do it,
tell
you tell them one. I'm doing the triple Lindy. Everyone just laughs at you. No, I'm serious. Triple Lindy.
Doing it.
And then you do the triple Lindy and everyone's shocked. Like the whole stadium is quiet because they're actually so shocked that someone actually did it.
PJ.
PJ. Yeah, I could see that.
So you're going to be a pilot and an Olympic diver.
Yes, that will be my living.
By
I will.
next year.
Olympic diving will be my hobby. It'll be my side thing.
Side thing.
That's what they all say.
Just my free time.
Yeah, like I'll
weekends.
do Olympic diving in my free time.
Yeah.
I'm more focused on flying though.
And my podcast.
Maybe something I could do is fly the plane, jump out of the plane, and do a dive into the
I
pool.
was just thinking that.
Triple
Yeah.
Lindy from the sky.
Oh.
Now we're
Yeah.
Sky Lindy.
Sky Lindy.
The Sky Lindy. That's a new one.
Olympics are coming up. Are you excited for that, PJ?
I'm more excited about Winter Olympics.
I agree. The Winter Olympics are way better, but I am excited for the summer as well.
Yeah.
The Summer Olympics are nice. They're going to have like surfing and stuff in it.
Surfing.
Tell you what, the surfing may have been in Tahiti. I don't remember. It's somewhere else.
there you go.
The surfing is somewhere completely different from
There you go.
Paris.
That's
But
something
it's
major
still,
about
it's still
Tahiti.
considered a part
I
of
said
the
it may
Olympic
be.
Games, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's just taking place somewhere else. But they're doing surfing, which I thought is pretty
Oh,
cool.
that is cool.
I don't know how you really score that because everyone's wave is different, right? Like,
You,
Sure, like
you
you
score
literally
off
hit
the
the-
stunts
yeah.
that you can do.
but like everybody gets a different wave, so it's kind of luck based too.
Well, is
Like,
it-
did you get a good tube to do whatever in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the waves just
Yeah.
are naturally occurring.
And
I guess they probably get 3 attempts or something
Yeah,
like that.
probably.
and
there was a movie about surfing.
Soul Surfer.
No,
Surf's
not-
Up,
not
the one with the
Surf's
Surf's Up,
penguins.
Surf's Up
Surf's
is
Up.
awesome.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah, Surf's Up. That's what it was.
Chicken Joe.
They kind of tell you the score in that. It's kind of relative.
Yeah.
Like you do it off of the stunts that you do and how long you can do it.
Oh,
Tell you what was on TV the other day, and I already forget which one it was, but it was either 8 Below or Snow Dogs. It was the one with Cuba Gooding Jr.
Snow Dogs had Cuba Gooding
Okay,
Jr.
because
in
8
it.
Below is the one with Paul Walker.
have you seen that part?
No.
It's a good
Snow
movie.
Dogs.
He's a dentist.
Yeah.
It's a very goofy movie.
Yeah. He's a dentist who's like, grandpa was like an Iditarod racer, and so Cuba Gooding Jr. has to move to Alaska to race in the Iditarod.
Have we all watched Happy Feet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They made how many Happy Feets have there been?
I think like 3 or 4.
Okay,
lot of
I
Happy
feel like I saw the second one. I only
I
remember the
feel
first
like
one.
anything past the first one's just not as good.
Yeah.
First one was good. I remember.
one was good.
I remember liking that.
It also came out like right at the same time as March of the Penguins, and I remember a big thing at the time was like people going to March of the Penguins being like, "What is this? Where's the dancing?" Like, I thought this was gonna
Where's
be
the-
animated,
Where's the Happy Feet?
animated penguin dancing,
That's
not
funny.
penguin trying to survive an Arctic storm.
What about the Penguins movie related to Madagascar?
I never watched the movie. I saw the show. Maybe I did see the movie. The show used to be on. The
The
show
Penguins
used to be good.
is
The-
the
the-
best characters in
Yeah,
Madagascar.
I
Yeah,
agree.
for sure.
I mean, that show went on forever.
Yeah.
Really?
It went on for
There's
years.
there was a penguin show.
Yeah, they were like secret agents, like in the movie. But there's a whole show about them doing stuff.
Yeah, I do recall that. Yeah.
It was a good show. It was a good cartoon.
Which one's your favorite character?
In which movie?
Of the Penguins of
Penguins.
Madagascar,
Yeah,
obviously the
Penguins.
dude that just like eats everything rules,
Yeah.
right? Like
What's the guy's name? Private?
there's Kowalski,
No, Private.
Kowalski's the like techie smart guy.
Yeah.
Private's the young, funny guy.
Yeah.
What's
What's
the
the leader's,
leader's name?
Um,
Is it like Chief? It's not Chief.
no.
It's yeah, pull it up.
Yeah. Phone a friend.
Yeah. I feel like the leader is pretty good. I think he's
Skipper.
hard to- Skipper.
Yeah. What's the other guy's name?
Rico.
Private,
Rico's the
Rico.
one that just eats stuff.
King Julian.
King Julian was cool. Oh, Maurice. Yeah.
Maurice is
Maurice
amazing.
was
Classified.
cool. Maurice was good.
There's Classified.
Classified.
He's the wolf. I love how they don't show his head in the picture.
I think
Classified.
Madagascar 2, Madagascar Escape to Africa. That might be one of the greatest movies ever made.
I don't know if I feel like I may have seen that. I don't remember anything about it.
Kind of makes you think too.
What if I escaped to Africa?
Yeah, only that actually. Could I do it?
And that one, the penguins or is it in the first one? Were they trying to make a plane to get out of there? Were the penguins trying to do that?
That was Madagascar 2.
Yeah, Madagascar 2. They were definitely working on a plane. What was their storyline in the first one?
Escape New York, wasn't it?
No.
Get out of the zoo. in New York.
Yeah, I think it was get out of the zoo, and then they were shipped. They were supposed to be shipped somewhere else, but then they fell off.
Oh yeah, I do remember
They
that.
fell off the ship, and then they washed up on Madagascar.
Right. And so once they were landed on the island, what were the penguins up to when they were on the island?
They weren't there yet.
They weren't there.
They weren't there yet.
The Penguins
The
weren't even
Penguins
until the
weren't even
second one?
involved. No, they were in the second one.
No, I said they weren't until the second one.
No, they were in the first one. It's just they didn't get to the island right at the same time. Their mission was to find them,
Oh,
and they did, but then they were stranded there. So then they joined in the second movie to go home, but they didn't exactly get very far.
how would a penguin survive in Africa?
They wouldn't.
They
That's
wouldn't.
that's the funny logic about it is they wouldn't.
I mean, they're
need
pretty
the cold.
advanced penguins. I bet they.
Yeah, they are. They can figure
Well,
it
they
out.
They could
could.
figure out some sort of refrigeration.
Yeah. So in the second one, they find
Cool.
Africa. They get to Africa in the second one. And I forget what happens in the third one.
They end up in New York because that's where the series
Oh,
takes
yeah,
place. They're
yeah.
in the New York Zoo.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't think I've ever seen the third movie, but
I
Movie
can't
Friday
recall it.
is this Friday.
yeah, let's have a Madagascar marathon.
Yeah.
Where's that land on Parker's watch list?
Ooh, that's a good one.
7.
7.
7. What was
Well,
6?
I haven't heard 6
Okay,
or 5.
so-
So we had 1 was War of the Worlds. We had 2 was The Matrix. 3.
3 is
4, I think 4 was Back to School.
Or,
no.
no.
3 is Pixel. 4 is Back to School.
Okay.
5, I'm going to say is probably Ready Player One.
I've heard you talk about that one. I also have not seen that
I
movie.
haven't seen that one.
Such
Yeah,
a good
me
movie.
neither.
And it has a whole. It has a very good. What do you call it? Not theme, but
Lesson?
like moral to
Okay.
it, lesson to it. But yeah, I may actually consider moving up Ready Player One. I don't know.
If you move it up, someone's got to move down.
Probably Mr. Solomon's movie would move down.
Oh, wow.
The one that you weren't. So this is your favorite movies.
Yeah.
And,
It's
and
a-
you
it's
said
a
you weren't even
must-watch
sure
for
if you'd
us.
seen Back
For
to
me,
School.
for me,
Why is
yours
my
would
movie
be,
number 4?
Okay, for me, it'd be number 1, your movie, because I've never seen it.
So it's number one.
Oh,
It's
it's-
number
it's
one
his-
on his to-watch list.
On my
but
personal
his
list.
must-watch
This
list
is his-
for us. He wants us. We must watch these movies in his opinion.
Okay.
And then
Even if
and
he
then Back to
hasn't
School's
seen
number one on his
On the other
on
list.
his
There's two lists.
to-watch
Two
list. 'cause
lists,
yeah.
he needs to watch that one.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen any of them
Okay, so that
except for
was-
Madagascar. I've seen Madagascar.
Oh, yeah. What was your 6?
Okay, my 6. Gotta think. The newest Godzilla movie, probably.
I heard that was really good.
It was, and it came out on the anniversary of Godzilla.
Oh, that's cool.
I think I did see that.
Is
I think I saw
Godzilla
that.
real?
We don't know. We could make him real. We just gotta pump him up with radiation.
Yeah, I think Bigfoot's real, not Godzilla.
Bigfoot, Squatch.
Yeah.
I'm a big Squatch guy.
Big
Oh, I love that
believer.
movie.
What movie?
A Bigfoot movie. I think it was called Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
It was like they're taking care of a Bigfoot and like taking.
Oh, that's
him into
Harry and the
his home.
Hendersons.
No,
There's Harry-
That's-
I think hasn't there been a movie?
gotta take a
I think
call.
Zach Galifianakis
nice having you,
is
Adam.
the voice.
boss
It's called
is
like the
called
missing link or something like that.
Yeah, that was one.
And I'm not sure if I've ever seen
I
that
don't
one.
remember what that one is. I know it's something to do with Bigfoot. There's one that's I think it's Harry and the Hendersons is the one where they like adopt the Sasquatch.
That
Which,
is actually.
when I was a kid, I had that idea for that movie, and I like wrote out like I was like, this is how it's gonna be. This is gonna be a great movie. And then I like tell my parents, and my dad's like, that exists. Like somebody already made that movie. It's like, no, I just spent so much time.
Harry and the Hendersons, John Lithgow. That is a good movie. I don't know if I've seen every single second of it, but
I've never
I
seen
can
it.
picture it. You never seen it? No. Mr. Dool.
We have a caller.
Oh, are we gonna dial him in? Someone's phoning in. Who could it be?
These are our headphones.
Yeah, there's too many cords over here. I told you guys. I don't know what's what.
I don't know if it's actually plugged in. Is there
don't think it
an aux plugged in?
I don't think there is one.
No, I don't.
Or wait, there's the USB.
I don't have USB. That's for the computer.
Is there in the closet there'll be an aux?
Hold, please, while we figure this out. All right. We are going to sacrifice our music to put someone on a call. All right. No more music.
Are we back? Oh, we're back.
Yeah, we're back. For now, boys, just smile and wave. Just smile and wave. For anyone who doesn't know, that was a Madagascar reference.
It made more sense in the moment earlier when you just said it when we were
Yeah.
muted, but that worked too. Did you get connected, Adam?
Oh yeah.
He is connected now. So, is he on the call?
Testing 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we hear
Wow.
you.
We hear ya.
Have you loud and clear.
We have,
Amen.
Mr.
What
Fee.
topic are we currently on?
Oh, that's not Jeff.
That's
That's
Scuba
Steve.
Steve. Yeah.
Then why is he on
We were just
Jeff's
talking
phone?
about the Madagascar movies.
Oh man, I want to talk. Okay, we were talking. Geez, I thought you were talking about something important.
This is important.
This is important.
Very important.
We're
So
talking
it's
about Parker's
Parker's-
must-watch list.
Yeah, which actually we found out is two separate lists: movies he
Yeah.
must watch and movies we must watch.
Wait a minute now, Steve. What's the must list for Adam Dool though? Gee, come on, Adam. Who you list out that Steve gave you?
It's pretty much any movie ever made.
Caddyshack?
Oh yeah,
Another Rodney
man.
Dangerfield
we were
movie.
talking about Rodney Dangerfield
Yeah, we were
earlier.
talking about Back to School. Parker said he could do a triple Lindy.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I have to see that.
Yeah, I'll make sure you see it. I'll bring you all down to a pool and I'll do a triple Lindy right in front of you.
He said he was going to be an airline pilot who is an Olympic diver in his free time, was what Parker claimed.
And have you been working on your dives?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
I know it's not your priority, but
I can do a triple front flip into a dive.
Can you
Wait a
actually?
minute now.
Yeah, I think I can. Yeah.
You think you can?
Well, I've done one
doesn't look
flip.
too
into
hard.
it.
Jeez, you know.
I mean, I've done one flip into a dive, so I'm sure I could make it too.
You talking
I think that's how it works.
You talking about diving off a diving board or
Yes.
a dive
Yes.
in your plane going down for the first?
That's true. You gotta be specific with that.
Yeah.
So once Parker has his pilot's license, the question is, will Adam Gould put a parachute on and jump out of the plane?
We were
talked about
discussing
that.
that.
yes, we have decided we are going to do that. And
We're gonna push him out.
and
Wow.
we are going to fly over Tahiti, and we're going to parachute into Tahiti. Was the plan? Are you
Parker
are you
offered us
in?
all a free ride to Tahiti.
Yeah.
Are you in, Mr. Horvath?
You're gonna the plan is to parachute into Madagascar.
Tahiti.
Tahiti.
Or we could do Madagascar.
We could do that.
Parker said Tahiti
And
was
then-
the
and I'll
offer on
crash-
the table.
I'll crash the plane there, so we have to make our own plane to get out.
That sounds
What a
like
great
That
idea.
sounds awesome.
Yeah. We'll be stranded there.
Like a planned crash.
Will the IT will the IT skills translate to jungle survival? Do you think,
Probably.
out of everyone here in this room.
Yep.
You think so?
I don't see why
That,
not.
now that turns into an '80s movie. You guys probably haven't seen it. Maybe Peeper. Have you seen Romancing the Stone?
No.
No.
Add that on. Add that onto the must-watch list.
All right. I'll add that on
that
my
is a good
must-watch
one.
list.
Romancing the Stone with Michael Douglas.
You said it was Romance in the Sky. Is that what you said?
Romancing the Stone.
Romancing the Stone.
The Stones.
All right.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Friday or something, or whatever it was. I think I just.
What?
Yeah, we're having trouble with interpreting what you're saying.
You're in trouble.
You're not exactly coming through very clear.
Well, I had somebody else at the door that was asking questions. You know, multitask time here.
We're all multitasking
I
out
have
here.
to say, Romance in the Stones kind of sounds like a very classic movie that reminds me of the Flintstones.
The Flintstones.
Like when I
It
hear
reminds
Stones
me
and
because it
movie,
has one of the
It's
same
an
words.
adventure movie.
One of the words is the same.
but it's a good movie. Am I right?
It's an adventure movie.
Yes. Definitely.
Which
is.
one?
Well, yeah, which one?
Parker's Big Adventure.
I've never seen the. Are we talking about the John
Yeah.
Goodman Flintstones movie? Because I've never seen that.
I've watched that one. It's very good.
Is it?
Is it good?
Yeah.
I have not seen that.
And I think there was another
does,
one
Does
made.
John Goodman play Fred Flintstone?
Yeah, I thought it
Yeah.
was like universally panned, but I always thought it looked like it would be funny.
So, what is John Goodman's best movie ever?
All right, I have this answer for you. It is called The Big Lebowski.
I've never seen the Big
That
Lebowski.
is
actually.
my favorite movie ever.
This may shock you, but I have yet to see it.
I've
I'm
yet
not
to see
shocked
it.
that. So add that onto the Peeper. The Peeper's must-watch list
Oh man.
Got it.
is
We got all
number
kinds of
one
lists.
is The Big Lebowski,
Was,
starring John Goodman and Jeff Bridges.
John Goodman is in what's it? Right? Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Roseanne.
Oh, and Roseanne.
But he's in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh,
Right?
Bro-
See,
yes.
that might be. That movie's too good.
Oh
That might
Brother,
have
Where
to be
Art
it.
Thou and Big Lebowski all made by the same directors. And Oh Brother, Where Art Thou is one of my favorite movies.
Great
so.
movie.
We're gonna have more time.
Love
Have,
seeing
have you seen that one before, Parker? PJ? Have you seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou before?
No.
No?
Got the Soggy Bottom Boys, or the
Yeah.
band in it.
George
Nope.
Clooney?
Nope. Never seen it.
Very
I
good
know somebody
movie.
that worked with George Clooney.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Man, you know so many people that has worked with so many celebrities, to be honest.
And yet,
You know him too, actually.
who does?
Who do you know that worked with George Clooney?
He's on this call right
He's
now.
on this call currently.
Is it Parker Brewer? Did Parker Brewer, have you worked with George Clooney?
He was the
Parker?
one flying
No.
Parker's plane. Yeah.
I'm sure that George could fly a plane. He probably has a
Come on,
couple.
Parker.
He probably has a couple planes.
I have not flown with George Clooney, okay?
Well,
Wow.
who worked with George Clooney that you know?
Adam, you're going to answer that question?
Parker?
I don't know anyone who works with
Guess,
George
Parker.
Clooney.
I said he's on this call. Guess.
You.
No.
Him.
Who's him?
How old is George Clooney?
I don't know.
According to Parker, he's probably 120. Parker's
He's probably dead.
judgment of. Oh my gosh,
He's out. He's probably dead. I don't know.
So it's not that bad.
George Clooney is a Cincinnati guy. You can't be wishing this
Yes.
on George.
Northern Kentucky. So, Adam Dole, have you seen the Ocean's movies with George Clooney?
Ocean's
No,
11.
No, I haven't.
Wait, Adam hasn't seen Oceans.
You haven't seen any?
No, I don't watch movies really.
You haven't seen any Ocean's movies?
No. I mean,
gosh,
some that are involving oceans, but not specifically ocean.
Oceans are good.
They are good. The first one's really good.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that one.
It's got George Clooney, Brad Pitt. Can't go wrong.
No, that's a good crew.
I
Matt
like a lot of
Damon.
movies with The Rock in it. He's a good actor.
He just announced his retirement
Hey.
from.
Really?
Is it?
What's your favorite movie with
What,
The Rock?
WWE?
Yeah, yeah. Like,
Oh, I like The Rock.
Um,
I don't think it's good actor.
what's it called? Jumanji.
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 Have you ever seen the original
The OG
Jumanji?
one's
Yes, I
amazing.
have seen the original.
The original
It's very
Jumanji
good.
is very
The
good.
original
Yeah.
Jumanji is an all-time.
That movie used to scare me when I was a kid. I was scared of that movie.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Welcome to the Rock. Yeah.
The Hunter's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that when he's And then,
Yeah.
like when they get sucked back in, when he gets
It
sucked
is
back
kinda-
into the game, it's kind
yeah.
of freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he gets turned into a monkey is really freaky.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
weird.
All right. What are we ending at 2:00 here, Parker?
Probably.
Oh, then what's the last segment for the day?
I mean the last segment.
What's our last topic to discuss
Yeah.
here? The last couple minutes.
Let's talk about something serious. Moving away from movies. Favorite job you did as a kid? Like that. It's not like mowing the grass or doing the chores. I'm talking like working at. I don't know. Let's say for me, probably working at Dewey's. That was probably mine.
Parker's Pizza Corner. We were just talking.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you worked at Dewey's?
Yeah, it didn't work out. I couldn't keep up with their standards. Their standards are insanely high.
Standards for what?
The
What were you
Dewey
doing? What was your
standards.
job there?
The standards.
What was your job? What was your position?
My position was a pizza maker, and you're supposed to make the pizza in 2 minutes. And some people put like 5 toppings on their pizza, and you just had to keep up with it in 2 minutes.
So you were more about quality than quantity.
Yeah. They said that you have to put the exact amount of pepperoni on the pizza. Like you have to count them out. You can't just throw them on there.
And you had to do that all in 2 minutes?
Yes.
Why would they put a time limit on pizza? Pizza's like a notoriously like long thing to
I
cook.
don't know. You're supposed to make the pizza total in 12 minutes.
Ask Mr. Horvath about the pizza. He's a pizza guy. He makes pizza.
He is. I wouldn't know.
Mr. Horvath is a pizza chef?
See, you wouldn't know.
I am at home, yes, but I'm not under the pressure that Parker was at Dewey.
Where did you
he's
work?
Got 3 minutes.
Where did you work?
As far as you mean pizza wise or just job?
Pizza wise.
I've never worked in a pizza parlor before.
Oh my gosh. You guys just told me he made pizza.
He makes pizza at home. He
Oh.
has a pizza
I
oven.
learned it at home.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I've never seen it though.
Okay, so how about when you worked while you were in high school? If you even did.
My only job in high school was working at a landscape nursery company.
Nice.
What about that job that sent you on like a scavenger hunt?
He was Santa's escort. He had
Oh,
to drive
that's right.
Santa
That's
around.
right. Yeah.
Fellas, I was just the driver.
Sure. You're the delivery man.
What about you guys here?
The best job?
Yeah, the favorite job you had.
I delivered printing for my dad's printing company. That was a fun job because I just got to drive around.
I'm trying
That's
to
what I'm
think.
trying to get in.
I guess in high school, I never really had a real job or anything like that. And then in college, I worked for the University of Cincinnati football team. So I
Nice.
enjoyed that. That was my college job.
Nice.
And if you're interested in being part of that program, ENN has funneled many people into that
Yeah.
program before. So
I'm sure they have.
Climb aboard.
Got to bring it back.
Peter
right.
led the way.
Yes,
He
yes,
walked
yes.
so Parker can run.
That's
or
right.
fly.
Kiss my boot.
Yeah. How about you, Adam?
Yeah, I enjoy working. Any broadcast event that I do.
As a kid, though, like while you were in high school.
I work broadcast in high school.
Do you ever work at your dad's? Change a lot of headlight fluid?
Yeah, a lot of blinker fluid. In high
Once. That's all it took.
Yeah, that's right. All it took to realize I'm not a mechanic. In high school, I worked for a couple landscaping companies.
What's it
Green
with everybody
Township.
working with landscaping? I hear so many people work with landscaping
They're
these
looking
days.
for a ton of help in the summer.
It's a good summer gig.
Yeah, I enjoyed my time there. Probably, I used to volunteer at the zoo. That was fun.
That's
a good one.
interesting.
Yeah.
We were just talking. I went to Cabana yesterday for the first time in forever. We were talking about how good a gig that must be for all the summer workers
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, they get good money.
It's busy over
It's
there.
busy.
though.
It's
They're
nice
busy.
out there. I mean, it's great view and
Yeah.
I wish that if there was a Buc-ee's nearby, I could get a job there. Because
Yeah, they
if
pay
you look
nice.
at what they pay, they pay good.
If you're
Yeah,
not
they
if you're
do.
not up to Dewey's material, I don't think you could handle Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
I mean, Buc-ee's, I'm sure can't be that hard. Like,
Parker,
I
you
don't
think you
know.
could make a brisket? You think you could make a perfect
well,
brisket?
no, it's not
got-
that.
you
It's
got
2
like
minutes. You got 2 minutes.
it's like
2 minutes to smoke this brisket.
no, it's like some of the jobs are like you could be the manager of the gas pumps. What are you gonna do? Just stand there watching people pump their gas?
I'm
Like,
sure
what
it's
do you
more
do?
involved than that.
yeah.
Yeah, but there are some jobs that require you to be outside, and I never see any of them outside.
I could see Parker being a good greeter at like a Walmart or something like that. Just kind of
Gosh.
It's Parker and the octogenarians.
just waving to everybody as they come in. You could do your podcast from your Walmart greeting job. You can, as people
2 minutes
people
each.
came in, you could ask people to come join in on your podcast.
Uh-huh.
You get some
Like-
characters there.
Oh,
Yeah, I could just sit at my desk there. Hey, come here, join my podcast. Welcome, welcome.
And if you join the podcast, then you can give them like a coupon or something
yeah,
like that.
join my podcast. You get 2 free items,
Whoa,
not tech related.
not tech related.
Because if you get tech related things, you can get like a TV for free, and like that's
Yeah, well,
just a
I mean,
steal.
even non-tech related, I could buy like a stand mixer with my free item,
or
and
like-
be
or
making
like
out
a-
like a bandit.
Or Mr. Dole can get himself a fresh new mountain bike,
I don't know if I want Walmart mountain bikes.
even
but
if
yeah.
it's free.
All right, I would take one.
All right, hey, Parker.
Yeah.
Parker, listen, I think you got something that you have to do better on your podcasting is you need to control
Yeah.
you need to control the mic. So you need to mute everybody and, one at a time let them talk. Just like politicians, they just talk over each other. Oh, my God.
No, that's the best part. That's why that debate sucked. They weren't like yelling at each other the whole time.
Yeah.
That's what everybody wants to see.
Yeah.
And the debate sucked for other reasons too.
Oh yeah, but
Like Joe Biden was dead like more than 4 times. Like there was nobody in there. It was just an empty body.
Wow. Parker with the big political opinions here.
I didn't say his
Okay.
opinion. He
Okay.
just stated the
Here,
fact.
here's
Yeah,
my.
I think that's the
we're not.
country's
We're not
opinion.
going to stick on this subject, but I do want to say my political opinion.
This is
Hear me
dangerous.
out. Hear me
This
out.
is
Hear me out.
dangerous. Parker's politics here.
I don't agree with either
Parker's
president.
political podcast.
I like what Trump did for America, but he needs to learn to shut up. Like he needs to learn to stop talking. And Joe Biden, he's a puppet. He's a puppet.
If Donald Trump offered to be on this podcast, would you extend him the invite?
I would extend him the invite, but ask him to please be respectful and not interrupt. That would be what I
if you
say.
can't control this crew, I don't know if you can control Donald Trump.
Well, I'm not really trying to here.
if it were just Parker and Donald, I think there could be some nice back and forth.
Yeah, I think so.
You'd have a lot of questions asked Parker on policy decisions.
Parker's Podcast Corner, President of the United States edition.
Your first role as president, Parker, would be to limit to just defund Dewey's, right?
Yeah, I'd get back at them.
Yeah.
you must close your business right away.
Yep.
You didn't let me work there, so now I'm not going to let anyone else work there.
Here we are.
You what?
All right, guys, have fun. Steve's on his way out the door, so
Oh.
you can wait for him in the window.
Enjoy your pizza.
Enjoy your pizza.
Yeah, we're gonna have
See
to
ya.
have a Parker and Mr. Horvath pizza bake-off.
That would be good.
That's awesome.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Who can make the best pie?
That's
Yeah.
not fair. Parker's got experience with the 2-minute drill.
Yeah.
Steve does not.
Doesn't sound like it was good
1 minute.
experience.
How about a 1 minute drill?
1 minute drill. Ooh.
A 1-minute pizza?
Yeah. Even with the oven, 1 minute.
Hot set
It'll
up.
be raw. Tell you what, then I'm just gonna bring a Lunchable, and mine will turn out the best.
That would be funny, yeah. Bring a Lunchable and make the pizza in 1 minute.
The Lunchable pizzas are good, man.
Yeah, they are good, but you gotta bake them.
Oh no.
You gotta bake them.
Put them in the
Bake 'em.
microwave. Put them in the
Yeah.
microwave.
Microwave. Okay.
That could be good. Put them in the oven. Actually, could be good. Toaster oven.
I've
never
done it.
tried that.
I've done it
Toaster oven.
putting in an
Like
oven or a
Canadians,
toaster
like
oven. It's
purebred
good.
Pizza.
That'd be good.
All right.
All right, we'll see you, Mr. Horvath.
He's gone, man. He's been out here. long.
He's gone.
Gone.
Is he gone for the day?
Oh yeah.
My gosh.
Cruise in.
Yeah, but he starts about 5:36 in the morning, I think.
Yeah.
He's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that way he can go home and he can get the pizzas ready for
Yeah,
his
it's
family
true.
by dinner time.
He's good.
Is he
Oh,
is he
yeah,
hand
yeah.
rolling this dough? Is this like from scratch?
I've never been there. I've never been to a
I
scuba
doubt it. You
pizza
can buy
party.
pizza dough. Pizza dough is, I think it's hard to make. Have you ever tried to make pasta from scratch? It's hard to make dough. Try to get it right. You have to like.
I have not tried. No.
I made my own ravioli one time. It's very hard because you have to like, you build like all the flour and stuff into like a mound with a hole, like a divot in the middle, and you crack an egg in, and you have to like mix it in. But if you don't mix it in, like at the right speed and proportions, you end up with all the egg going into just a little bit of the flour, and you need to keep adding more eggs, and then that messes up the texture.
Yeah.
It's difficult. I made my own ravioli the one time, and it turned out okay, but it was.
All right,
not
how about
easy.
this? This will be our final subject, and then we're going to call it. Favorite food you have ever made at home?
Ooh, soft shell crab. That's like my favorite food ever. And it's very easy to make at home. Actually, it's kind of brutal because you get them while they're alive. That's the whole point with soft shells. It's got to be fresh. You get them while they're alive. You cut off their face. You rip out the gills. And then you cut off the apron, which is their like reproductive organ.
You're
Oh
so
my gosh,
violent
you're
right
castrating
now.
Those
these
parts
poor
aren't
crabs.
edible. So you do
You're
all
so
that.
violent.
You literally cut the face off with scissors. It's wild. But those are the non-edible parts.
Clearly.
So then, I mean, you just take it, bread it, fry it. Delicious.
What about you, Adam?
Wow, that's a tough one to follow.
Yeah, that's hard to follow.
I make a mean Donato's pizza. in
Oh,
the
wow.
oven,
Nice.
and,
It's even better when you reheat it the next day.
yeah.
While I was at Dewey's, I did figure out how to make a mean Little Caesars breadsticks, cheesy breadsticks.
At Dewey.
How did you make
Okay.
the Little Caesars breadsticks at Dewey's?
Okay, you.
That's
tell
why he
them-
got fired.
Okay.
He was bringing in the competition's food.
Okay, so here's how you make it. You ask for a white pizza, which is just olive oil, minced garlic, and mozzarella. You ask for 3 mozzarella and 2 minced garlic. There you go. It tastes exactly the same.
Hopefully
Try that.
better. I would. I mean,
At the,
Yeah.
at the price of Dewey's.
I would
compared to-
expect. I would expect Dewey's to be better than Little Caesars. You know,
Yeah.
Little Caesars has its place.
Anyway, probably my favorite homemade food was probably Creole.
And you made this? You made Creole?
Yeah, I made Creole.
What?
Creole what? Like dirty rice? Like,
No, Creole soup.
oh, Creole's like a gumbo.
Yeah, it was good. I learned how to make it from New Orleans when we went on our band trip. We had a cooking lesson down there.
Did you?
That's cool.
Yeah, and he gave us the recipe and how to make it and everything. He let us taste it, and I was like, "This is the best soup I've ever had in my life."
You're a soup guy?
I love soup.
Really?
I'm a huge soup
I
guy.
like a good soup.
Yeah,
I haven't had a good soup. I don't know if I've ever had like
Soup
soup
doesn't
that
fill
I
me
thought
up.
was
chicken
like,
noodle soup. That's a good one.
Soup
I was
doesn't
at
fill me
Workhouse
up.
the other day, and the special was mock turtle soup. It's hard to find a good mock turtle soup because Kennings had the best mock turtle soup, and they closed. Not many places have mock turtle soup anymore.
Can't say I asked for it. Can't
Very
say
good.
I really looked for
Mock
it.
turtle soup's great. man.
I've heard that was like the specialty at like the Bengals, like opening opening like press conference for the year or something like that.
Yeah.
I hear that they always serve mock turtle soup.
Really, it's
And-
great. Mock turtle soup's
and,
awesome.
Probably cheap for the
All right.
bamboo supply.
What about you? Favorite homemade food?
Favorite homemade food. I'm not like the world's best chef or something like that. I might be a little bit better than
Just give us something.
than Adam Duel's Donatos, but I like to bake pork chops. I like pork chops a lot.
Pork chops.
Was Fuel? Is he still here?
He's still
Is he
here.
here?
Hey, Speech, do you like pork chops? Have you ever gone to Primer's,
Grimer's
Yeah,
Beer House. I was about to
Grimer's
say the
Beer
same
House.
thing.
They have gigantic pork
Well, and
chops.
they got pork
there.
chop night where they're like half price.
Tuesdays?
Yeah,
Tuesday pork chop.
yeah.
I think we should.
It's great. Well, you know what we used to do? We used to go and play 9 holes at Robin's Nest, then go to Crimer's afterwards for pork chop night.
Yeah.
That's a great time.
I think. What are you guys up to tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I don't know. Because we're busy
Is there
because
time
of.
for golf and
Might have
some
to be
pork,
next week.
pork chops and golf?
This
Come
is a
on,
busy
boys.
week.
I'm going to 3-2-1 night tomorrow at the Reds game.
Oh,
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Fuel? Favorite homemade food? He's gonna.
Favorite?
Oh my gosh,
Oh, man. I got several things.
we're gonna be here for hours.
I love spinach.
he was
If it's
talking about
done
his
right.
spinach to me
Green
earlier.
spinach, remember?
Does it make your
Yeah, we were deep.
muscles like really big? And-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Popeye.
Have you seen Popeye
I
before,
love
Parker?
a good Italian sauce with a good meatball where you use pork and beef, maybe a little bit of lamb.
Sounds good.
That does sound really
Homemade
good.
meatballs are good.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Another
All right.
caller.
All right, boys. You wrap up this podcast well. All right, I'm out.
All right.
All right.
See ya. See you, Mr. Peeper.
Tell you what, one of my favorite things to cook that I'll add in that actually like involves cooking rather than just frying something up and cutting its face off is chiles rellenos. You take poblanos, you pull off all the I don't remember exactly how it goes. You put them in the oven so they get hot after you've cleaned out the insides. You get rid of the skin on the outside, and then you bread it and you stuff it with Oaxaca cheese and fry it up so it gets all fried up, and it's this cheese-filled pepper, and then you pour some sauce over top of it. And I'll make salsa verde from scratch. Get some like serrano peppers, tomatillos, garlic, onion, cilantro. Blend all that up in a food processor, cook it, and maybe add a little broth or something to make it a little juicier if you need to, and dump that over top.
Nice.
All right. This will be the last thing I say, and then I think we're gonna end it.
You said that.
I know, but this time I mean it. My favorite sugar, hear me out, is Jaggery.
You were telling me this the other day, Parker.
I know.
You've already.
I told you,
you've
but
already
not
used
told
this
them.
fun fact up.
I know, but Jaggery's healthy for you. It's a healthy natural sugar, but it's a huge block of sugar. Literally, it's a yellow, huge block of sugar.
Might have to bring some of that in.
Yeah. My uncle has a whole block of it. I'll have to take a piece of it and just bring it. Now, it's not like stringy like mozzarella or anything. It's just
thought
like
it was sugar.
It is. It's
Why
just
would
gonna,
it be like
I
mozzarella?
don't know. When you think of a block and you think I'm gonna take a slice of it, you think something smooth, but no. When you slice it, it's gonna fall apart. But
It's sugar.
it tastes good. You can put it in your tea, put it in your coffee that you had.
See, I like some honey. I like using honey.
Yeah, it's sweet like honey.
Yeah.
It kind of has that similar texture when it melts.
Tell you what I've been wanting to try is agave syrup. They make that
Never
to use
heard
as
of
a sweetener, made
Okay.
from agave that they make tequila out of. But it's like there's a natural sweetener made from the plant, and apparently it's really good. 'Cause I like that like herby flavor, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're gonna call it now. Finally,
I would say so. Yeah.
we've been on this podcast almost 2 hours.
Doesn't feel like
Yeah.
2 hours at all.
We've got something to do here, so, you know.
Yeah, these two still have a
All right,
job.
guys, so enjoy.
I haven't been on for 2 hours. I was at lunch.
Okay.
This
Get
podcast
off
has
your
been running
computer
for
for
2
2
hours. Oh wow, he
He
just hung up
gone.
like that. Well, okay.
All right.
Thank you, everybody who's listening, for joining us. Stay tuned for our next one. Bye.
New camera.